straight. If the Leafs win a game, is that fake too? Oh, no. Wins count. That's not how this works, Steve. You don't get to tell me the rules to my real fake real life. Hi, everyone. Hello. Come on. The Leafs won a thing. Austin Matthews. Moto. Wizardry. And well, time for a rebuild. This team is ruining my life. Oh, we gotta savor this one. We gotta savor this. We gotta explore the space of the room. Okay, we gotta go up here. Leafs win 2-1 in overtime over the Pittsburgh Penguins. The reigning Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins, by the way. How many times was that mentioned? And then I check Instagram the next day. The Penguins are at the Hall of Fame with the Stanley Cup and getting their Stanley Cup rings. I'm like, boy, I bet they feel bad about the loss last night. And this one had catastrophe written all over it, and I needed a win. So let's talk about it. So, what do we know? Well, the Pittsburgh Penguins only have one ex-Leaf on their current roster, Phil Kessel, which means he's scoring in this one. Yes, Phil Kessel is the most likely candidate to score for the Penguins because he is a former Leaf, but he's actually just there to throw you off of the scent of his line mate, Carl Hagelin. He gets a penalty shot because Connor Carrick did a thing. And now Connor Carrick's on the bench like, oh. Actually, he's making this face. This is the face he's making. Look at him. Oh boy. Carl Hagelin of HBK comes in on Freddie Anderson and he's not impressed, TBH. The Leafs keep it tied 0-0. Sweets, we're like 90 seconds into the game and this is where we are already. Oh my god. So that was the action one goalie was seeing. At the other end of the ice, Marc-Andre Fleury heads off and I'm wondering what the heck happened. JVR in a battle in front accidentally donkey kicks Marc-Andre Fleury right in the neck with his skate. And I don't need to tell you why that's terrifying. I'm sure 95% of you have seen the Richard Zednick video. And as for the Clint Malarchuk video, if you've already seen it, I'm sorry. And if you haven't, don't look it up. We know that Fleury would go on to be fine, but he would have to go off for a little while. Matt Murray comes in relief. Then the Leafs get into penalty trouble because that's fun. Even with Chris Letang out of the lineup, the Pittsburgh power play is so stupid. You only get so many passes into the power play before you just start getting mad. Kessel over to Crosby, over to Malkin. Oh, what the hell? You know how many teams would be dying to have one of those names and you have all three? Malkinberry's won his 13th and oh boy, here we go. Yep! The Leafs have had a few hard-fought losses recently, heartbreaking losses, and really they're gonna snap the streak against the Penguins? Good luck. Well, just a few seconds later, Nikita Zaitsev coming in, and hey, did you see the most recent Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast?
Underrated storyline in the Leafs. Let's get Zaitsev a damn goal.
Yeah.
It's come so close.
That's true.
It's come so close so many times. I feel bad for the guy. I asked him what he wants for Christmas for a video that isn't up yet. And he goes, I don't know, hopefully score some goal.
Score some goal.
All Nikita Zaitsev wanted to do was score some goal, and there he scores some goal. It's 1-1. And God, he had to fight for this one. 40 shots on goal coming into this game. And did you see the face JVR made after? Like, did it tip you? I don't know. And then the Penguins review it, and I'm watching it going, I don't think that's goaltender interference, but after the Kadri thing from the other day, I don't know what to think anymore. Luckily, it counts. 1-1 after 1. Thank you. You know, some players have experienced some great success this season, and they might regress just a little bit. The Leafs have a few guys who are bound to heat up, and Nikita Zaitsev is definitely one of them, and he probably played the best game of his young NHL career so far. Andrew Berkshire had a great call on the radio in Toronto the other day. He was talking about Nikita Zaitsev and how he's going to pan out. And he was talking about how the adjustment period for KHL veterans, which, because Nikita Zaitsev's so young, we don't look at him as a veteran, but he played in the KHL for a very long time. The adjustment period for KHL veterans is a long one. We think about rookies and junior players playing their first year in the NHL or guys who are in the AHL for a couple years and then they get called up, and we expect their adjustment period to be like, I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. But the guy Berkshire cited was Alexei Yamelin, ew, but still, his adjustment period was like 2 years. I mean, you got guys like Panarin, but we can't all play for the Blackhawks, can we? And straight up, the transition is harder for defensemen. It wasn't the KHL, but it was bigger ice. Remember when the Leafs brought over William Nylander to the American Hockey League early? Probably a good decision. Now, in the second period, we didn't see any goals, but you know what we did see? Art.
Now it's time for Drawing Penalties with Nazem Kadri Bob Ross.
Hi everyone, it's so good to see you again. My name is Nazem Kadri Bob Ross, and I would have seen you sooner, except players are basically allowed to do whatever they want to me this year. Unless your name is Derek Pouliot, try to cross-check me, boo you thought. Now, today's drawing is a doozy because there's lots of players involved. First, we need to draw... First we need to get new markers. So kids, we're out of black markers, so we're gonna use baby blue because the Penguins used to wear that for some reason. So we're gonna start with Evgeny Malkin, okay? And he's gonna say Evgeny Malkin things, okay? I am score. You know, like the chocolate. And now we're gonna draw our hero, me, Nazem Kadri Bob Ross. So here I am, Oh my goodness. Looking so studly. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to hit Evgeny Malkin because I'm a G. Now, if you're a teammate of Evgeny Malkin's, you're not going to like that. So here we have Derek Pouliot. There he is. He picked up the arrow and he's going to use that to cross-check me, which 2 minutes for you can't do that. And even more meat-headed of him, he's going to cross-check me right into his goalie, a flower. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this picture seems a little incomplete, doesn't it? It's missing something. I know what it's missing. Okay, first we need a brown box right next to Bob Ross right there. And then we're going to put a cup there like that. We need the Selke trophy right next to Nazem Kadri Bob Ross. Doesn't that just look right? Thank you so much for watching this edition of Drawing Penalties with Nazem Kadri Bob Ross. Unfortunately, it will be another 2 months before I see you again since NHL officials have already drawn their own conclusions about me. Ding! Unfortunately, the Leafs failed to convert on their power plays in the second period, which is super unfortunate because you know they're going to get penalties in the third period as a result. Third period comes and what's that? Matt Hunwick gets a 4-minute double minor for high sticking even though it wasn't even his stick that touched the Penguins' face. I was right! And now with the Leafs on a penalty kill that they shouldn't even be on in the first place, Nikita Soshnikov puts a puck over the glass. That's a delay of game penalty, and now the Leafs have a full 2-minute 5-on-3 to kill. Oh, you bet, you bet. I'm waiting for Phil Kessel to score the PPG game winner. Here it is, I'm ready to push it. And the darndest thing happened. The Leafs killed the thing off. And damn, credit where credit's due, Roman Polak turned into Centurion Polak on that penalty kill. What a performance. So the Leafs kill that off, and that's fun, and it's good, and it's lovely. But we're going to overtime. And overtime only lasts 5 minutes, so you know what comes after that. But then the darndest thing happened. Mitch Marner gets a chance in overtime, and oh, he just can't convert. Then Derek Pouliot tries to clear it, and damn it if the ref doesn't get right in the way. Mitch Marner throws it in front. Jake Gardiner all alone in front. He gets just enough of it, and does anyone else see the irony in Gardiner beating Flower? Think about it, think about it. Plants Leafs win 2-1. In overtime. Thank you, Jake. Now, believe me, I would hate to be that guy, but the Leafs looked great against the Penguins, didn't they? Well, remember how the last time the Leafs played the Penguins, it was at the second half of a back-to-back, and the Leafs kind of got filled? Well, the Penguins played the night before this. It was against the Kings in Pittsburgh. Then they had to travel to play the rested Leafs at home. These are professional athletes. It shouldn't matter. Okay, well, it's very nice that you tell yourself that. Unfortunately, it's false. Would you rather be the tired team or the rested team? Thank you. I bought this a couple years ago, and for some reason I never use it. Now, the next time the Penguins play the Leafs will be on Hockey Night in Canada again. It will be April 8th, the second last game of the season for the Penguins. And also the second last game of the season for the Leafs, but the Leafs are the home team. Both teams will be rested. Front half of a back-to-back, but rested. I'm interested to see how the Penguins do and the Leafs do. Although, who knows? Penguins might be resting guys up because they should have a playoff spot locked down. Leafs? You have no idea. You don't know if they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot, well out, what they did at the deadline. It could be an entirely different team by that time. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. And special announcement! I'm going to my first Leafs game of the season on Monday as the Leafs play the Ducks. Whee! Should be a good one, Randy!